There's two things, and they kind of mirror what Stephanie just said. But number one, in doing anime, you know, we're dubbing into English what was done in Japanese or Korean or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And we have to be respectful of what the original actor created. So if the original actor, let's say, so I'll give you a perfect example for Lord Death in Soul Eater. I went in and auditioned for Zach Bolton, who was the director, and I didn't know the show, but I thought Lord Death, well, it's got to be a badass, you know. And so I was like, down here, Lord Death. And he's like, no. Listen to the Japanese. So I listened to the Japanese actor, and it was very comical sounding. It was very high up here, you know. It's like, oh, so maybe we should do something like this, you know. And he was like, yeah, that's it. So, you know, if you think about it, like, pick a movie, any movie that, your favorite movie, and think about if it was dubbed into another language, the actor playing that role that's dubbing it is going to try to be as close to what the original was, you know, to keep the integrity of the actual movie intact. If you change it, then you're going to ruin the movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but when it does come to doing original stuff, and I've done some original stuff, and I'm working on a project right now with actually Vic is going to be our villain. It's a CG movie that we've got the rights to. It's already been animated. We're just rewriting the script, and it'll be out hopefully in about a year. Tentatively, it's called The Perfect Con. K-H-A-N. It ought to be a lot of fun. But anyway, when you do those kinds of things, you do have the luxury of coming up with different voices. Fortunately, I've got some psychosis going on, so I drive around the city just coming up with different voices. You know, makes my wife want to shoot me sometimes.
Thank you guys very much. Okay.
Thank you.
A question for both Stephanie and John. This is for...
That's perfect, because we're both up here.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, for Stephanie, have you seen Hetalia Access Powers? Are you familiar with it?
I know of the show. I have not seen it. Were you going to ask me a question specific?
I was wondering, what would you think, because you play a character in Tales of the Abyss who has almost the same name, how do you think you'd react if they made a video game called Tales of Hetalia?
That would be interesting. Would all the countries fight each other?
Maybe.
Would they have amnesia and forget who they are?
Good question.
Yeah. I mean, there's enough Tales of games, right? We just make more.
Okay, for John, this is for you to answer as Death. How do you think you would react if you had the chance to take a visit to both Ouran High School and the Fairy Tale Guild?
I think I would freak out.
Which would you want to do the most? Which of those school places would you want to go to the most?
Ouran.
Okay. And what would you do if you joined, if they gave you a chance to join the host club?
Freak out.